Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kinisa Ramadana. The title of my segment is about the tomato festival in Spain. La Tomatina is a tomato throwing festival in Spain that takes place every last Wednesday in Ijaz in the city of Buñol. The festival origins are largely unknown, although a popular story tells of a group of teenagers who get involved in a food fight after a summer religious celebration in the 1940. The throwing of tomatoes in Buñol was prohibited by city officials until the townspeople held a tomato burial ceremony to express their discontent. The ban was lifted in 1959, and since then La Tomatina has been recognized in Spain as the official fiesta of international tourist interest. Since 2012, entry to La Tomatina has been limited to 20,000 people, and the city of Buñol imported more than 309,000 pots of tomatoes for the whole long event. Origins. It is unclear how the tomato festival in Spain started, as there are no accurate records detailing the origins of La Tomatina. Buñol, a small village in the Spanish province of Valencia, where La Tomatina takes place every year, had a population of only about 6,000 in the 1940, and it is unlikely that a minor public disturbance would attract much national, much less international attention, especially during World War II. The first tomatina was thrown in the summer of 1944 or 1945 during a local religious celebration, based on a popularity party in the main 20-year-old century, which features a parade of giants gabezudos, accompanied by a marching band. One of the popular Tomatina origins stories detail how a singer at a festival put on a somber performance, and the townspeople disquieted snatched procedure from a vendor's cart, throwing it at the singer. Another account details how the townspeople of Buñol expressed their political discontent by rocketing tomatoes at civilian leaders outside the town's hall. A more likely story is that some teenagers, enlivened by the festival, bumped into a passerby who started throwing tomatoes carelessly or picked up tomatoes that had valence from the bed of a passing truck and threw them at each other, unknowingly starting one of the most popular annual events ever. Popular in Spain, tomato burial historical, it was of the celebratory ban on throwing tomatoes in the year 1950 that boosted its popularity the most. In 1957, the residents of the city of Bunol held a tomato burial ceremony to express their dissatisfaction with the ban. They took large tomatoes into the coffins and carried them through the village street in a funeral procession. Local authorities lifted the ban in 1959, and by 1908, the city of Bunol had taken over the planning and implementation of the festival. La Tomatina first aired on television in 1983. The number of participants or interested dramatical. Tomatina's resurrection. In 2012, Bunol began requiring payment to enter La Tomatina, and the number of tickets was limited to 22,000, although the previous year's multed for 45,000 visitors to the area visit. In 2002, La Tomatina was added to the list of fiestas of international tourist interest. Festival jurs usually worldwide to ensure maximum visibility of the tomato slaughter and mostly wear swimming goggles for eye protection. Tourists drenched in tomato sweat through the ketchup river to wait for locals with a hose of or head down the river for a quick race before catching the bus and expand the city for another years. The original tomato throwing festival has sparked celebration of imitation in places such as Chile, Argentina, South Korea, and China. So that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.